This is a general reading for Leo for the week of March 1st through the 8th. So if Leo is your sun or moon rising or Venus, this is a general reading for you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And this will be the reading for the first week of March. If you're not a subscriber, consider being a subscriber. Check to see if you are a subscriber. I noticed that even for me, some of the channels that I thought I subscribed to, then it indicated I wasn't a subscriber. So all I did was hit the subscribe button again. It costs nothing to subscribe. Also, if you like the video, thumbs up, share the video, tell your friends about the channel. And I'm still approaching the 5,000 subscribers, and well, I will be very consistent now in putting out the videos because, you know, I'm now in Vegas after the move and moving forward. I have Nina here on the table. Milo is on his dog bed, and they're going to the vet tomorrow. Milo is still on his renal diet, special dog food. He doesn't like it. I didn't know that they lose their appetite, so I'm hand feeding him consistently throughout the day. So he's going to the vet tomorrow, and then Nina has cataracts, so I'm going to have the vet look at her eyes to possibly refer her to a specialist. It's sort of chilly today, windy, so Nina's all wrapped up in her wool shawl that I had gotten in Portugal, so she's right there. I am going to be using some new oracle cards, so during the reading or after I do the tarot reading, the Celtic Cross, I will be pulling some oracle cards. One oracle card from each of the decks that I have. The other thing is I'm going to be pulling a card at the end from the Angel Answers. It's one-word answers. Think of a question that you want answered, and think of it right now, and then I'm going to pull the answer card at the end of the reading. I'm also still trying to get monetized by YouTube. I had to change the location, then I had to open up a new Google ad, which I'm working on right now, but even I had a tech and he couldn't do it, so I'm still working on that. Why is it important? Because I want to be able to do some live streaming and offer some other things such as, you know, pick a card, and also the card of the day. I'm going to be doing more of that as time goes on. The other thing I'm working on is that I'm reached out to a bookstore in the area, and so in Nevada, I now have my state license, and I have to apply for a city license, which they do the whole background check. And after that's completed, then I will share the link. I'll be on a regular schedule. It's Pacific Standard Time, so you can call in or have in face-to-face, in-person readings there. And that will be the form where I'll be doing my readings because I do not want to have any conflict of interest. So I'll let you know when that transition occurs, which probably will be about 2 months from now. Right now, if you want a reading, all you need to do is send me an email. It's Pacific Standard Time, so if you're looking at the potential appointment times, consider that. And it can be video or it can be live, such as WhatsApp. Now, I'm using the Morgan Greer deck, so let's see what we have coming up this week for you, Leo. And the very first card we have is the Knight of Pentacles, crossed over by the Broken Heart. But it's reversed, which indicates a healing or moving forward after a situation that caused some sort of heartache. It can be a business decision, it could be work, it could be relationships. At the base of it is the Page of Pentacles. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Broken Heart, the Page of Pentacles. Could be about a job. And changes of jobs can also be, you go through a period of grieving. It's going from a familiar to an unfamiliar. You're leaving a situation, maybe a work environment that it's almost, it's familiar. You had your coworkers, you had formed relationships, community. Maybe you liked the job that you had, and you felt a sense of satisfaction. Oops, and I forgot to turn on the light here. Let's turn on the light. There. But that, there's changes going on. Changes going on globally, not just in the U.S., but throughout the globe. And, it could, there's messages about money. Behind you, now this is good because this is behind you, the Eight of Swords. And what's on your mind is work. So with all these pentacles, a lot of this is about work, finances. Right ahead is the Five of Cups. Then we have the King of Pentacles, which is the overall theme. So Pentacles is really showing up. I'm even having my coffee this morning. So, and this is a mug that I got. That when I went to Portugal, I got rid of all my small appliances and electrical because of the difference in electricity. And so I got rid of all those. Then when I was in Portugal, I replaced some of them, but I left them because I was going back to the U.S. So now I'm replacing some of my, small appliances, getting ready for when I rent a house, because I'm in an Airbnb right now. So, one of the things was I wanted to get a new coffee mug, but I have things that are coming, like my own coffee pot, my own crock pot, all those things that I needed to replace. So this is one of the coffee mugs that I purchased. The King of Pentacles is the overall theme. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So we have two fives. We have the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Some situations that you're dealing with that you can't ignore, and it's it's almost like you're in a situation and there's a big heavy door, and it's like, well, you can't move forward until you work on these problems. I had never thought about that. The little the Chinese games, which was the little interconnecting little chains that you had to move one piece of the puzzle and then the other one. It was little pieces of metal that it was the puzzle to move those around. It's like that's what they're showing. I hadn't thought about that for a long time. But in order to solve the puzzle, you had to figure out how these pieces work together and then move them around. That's what it's showing me with the fives. That it's a puzzle, and the puzzle is a lesson, and how you figure it out, then you're able to move forward through that door. The links, that's what it is. It's links, metal links, and there was a secret way of moving those around so that you could have everything apart. Well, that's exactly analyzing the situation, looking at how everything fits together, because it could be that you really don't know how it fits together and what is going on. Oh, okay. So now I see a treadmill and you moving fast, rapidly. It's in response to the things that are going on, but you're moving so fast that you don't have time to take the time to figure out the puzzle. So it's time to slow down and listen to your spirit guides in order to figure out how to move on, because you could be missing the solution for the puzzle because you are in such a hurry and responding in a not aggressive, but in such a way that you're not doing it in a methodical way. You're reacting rather than looking at it and coming up with a solution. It's almost like the strength of the Lion card. that, the strength of the line is take your time, figure it out, rather than being reactive. Or like the strength card, the strength card is, take your time. So then we have the Five of Pentacles, then the Sun. You have a conversation with somebody, and the final outcome is moving on. The Chariot with the King of Swords, clarity. The Sun, related to the Nine of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, related to the Page of Rods. And see, I think of the Celtic cross, I think of it as sequential. Other people read it in different ways, but I always read it in sequential, and I always put two cards on. And the King of Pentacles with your choices. Five of Cups with the Queen of Cups. Interesting, because the Five of Cups and the Queen of Cups can be a relationship. And the Five of Cups is 3 spilt, 2 on reserve. So it could be looking at past relationships. It could be looking at moving. The reading is a general reading for different things. It's different experiences. Some are working on things related to work. Others, you could be addressing things related to home relationships. Now, what's on your mind? Not only the Seven of Pentacles, but the Devil card. Yeah. So some unfair thing going on at work, or it could be even a relationship. Work doesn't necessarily have to be a paycheck sort of thing. You could be working on something at home. You could be working on a relationship. You could be working on yourself. The Eight of Swords behind you with the Hierophant, but that's behind you. Then the Page of Pentacles with the Judgment card, very good. And the Knight of Pentacles with the Tower, and crossed over by the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so it's showing me, hold on to your hat is what they said. And I see like riding a horse and holding on to a cowboy hat, rushing forward. It's like, hold on to your hat because things are going to happen this week, Leo. Hold on. And expect big changes. Expect big changes. This is going to happen because you have your Knight of Pentacles and the broken heart. Then you have the Tower and standing firm. Now, it can be different things. The Tower is unexpected things that oftentimes your spirit guides or the universe is saying, okay, it's time to make some major changes. Maybe you got complacent of where you are, and it's sort of like been coasting along. It gets to be comfortable. Well, if you wanted to be comfortable, this is the learning planet, and we learn from experiences and the challenges. And as I've said before, we on the other side, we plan on what lessons we want to learn. And so we make this list. Well, it's not a list, but a plan, like a script. And we have our soul cluster people who are going to come into this life and play different roles. And they're part of the lessons. They have something they're learning, and we have something they're learning. Now, you can learn it easily if you get it easily. You could even learn it at a very young age, like in grade school or something, about maybe being kind or establishing your boundaries or, not giving up. Maybe a hard task, you had a hard task to learn in a lesson and you didn't give up. It's like being tenacious. Well, some of us get it easily. Okay, and then we can move on to the next thing. But if you didn't get the lesson, it gets harder and harder until you cannot ignore it. And then that's their 2x4, kind of like, wake up, here's the lesson. So for some of you, maybe the lesson is not that difficult. For others, maybe it's, the universe is saying, okay, it's time to pay attention. And the Tower is sometimes that we have gone complacent, drifting along, very comfortable, and the universe is like, okay, well, now you've had your little break, your little vacation. We're going to now move it forward. so that you go to the next chapter. And so things that you thought were set are no longer there. It's not, maybe some of you might think, well, what did I do wrong? Or why is this happening to me? Well, think of it as an opportunity. Think of it as a lesson. Think of it as what you were here to learn. And so that's what that tower is. Now, it's got pentacles around it, which are indication of money, because you have the Knight of Pentacles. At the base of it, a message about a Page of Pentacles. And crossing it, you have the Four of Pentacles, standing firm, taking a break, looking at your prosperity. Now, you can look at this as an opportunity. Maybe you had a job that you're very complacent and comfortable with. However, maybe also there's other things that you wanted more challenge, or to learn new things, or to spread out. Like I said, spread out your wings. So it's opportunities to learn new things, to add new skills, to move forward. It can be a challenge because it's a change, a shift. And so that's what it's like, a shift going on this week. And it can be related to money. Because there's a message, the Page of Pentacles at the base of it, and Judgment, which means that you're going to get a message, and it has to do with things that you've wanted to manifest. It could be a little bit of it can be some decisions related to what you've been putting out to the universe as far as prosperity, as far as goals, and you're going to hear some things. But you still have that broken heart, the Three of Swords. Now, it's something that you're working on healing, moving forward. And like the spirit guides are saying, it can be a period of adjustment as we move forward. We are grieving as we let go of the past and move on to the new opportunities. Because behind you is the Eight of Swords with the Hierophant. Now, the Eight of Swords is behind you now. That you felt like you were in inertia. Feeling stuck, feeling that you couldn't move forward. As a result of things moving fast with the Tower, then that's like the shove, saying, okay, this is, things are changing. You're no longer in the Eight of Swords. You're getting the information that you need, and therefore there is then action. And it also has to do with the Hierophant, which can be structure, organization, can be government. And so it can be even an organization where you work. It can be decisions related to something that you were waiting for, and now you've got the information, because what's crowning you is work and the Devil card. Now, the Devil card, this is what's on your mind. It could be that, the Seven of Pentacles is that you worked hard, you learned the skill, you put in your hard work, you're waiting for the harvest, and then the Devil card is some unfair situations. Could be, what comes to mind is unfair situations, and I was talking to someone, and this is what comes to mind now. I went to a big office supply place. I'm not going to say the company. Huge floor space. Oh, I needed to get some things for like my chips, for the cameras and everything. And some other office supplies. They had 3 people in that whole huge building to wait on people. Why? Because they're cutting down on customer service, who are low pay, so that the higher up managers can make more money. That's, you work and work hard, and then they're cutting down on maybe layoffs because they wanted more bottom dollar profits. So it could be unfair situations. It could be arguments. It could be greed. It's those behaviors that keep someone from being authentic with themselves or others. And it could be a situation where it's the same thing. But there's something about work, and then the Devil, which was stirring things up, unfair decisions, it could be even, for example, that you were promised a bonus and then the bonuses go away, or a raise and the raises go away, or you were promised a promotion that, oh, based on your hard work, then we are looking at you to promote you to that next step. And then they hire from someone from the outside. It's what's on your mind is some sort of situation that was unfair. Now, as you look at that, sometimes things that at the present time seem to be not fair, in the long run, turn out to be the best thing for you. All sorts of things. Lessons, learning a new skill, looking at opportunities that you maybe had not considered, jobs that you had not considered. You have transferable skills, even if you are in one sort of genre, and you can transfer those over. Customer service is customer service. Knowing how to engage, to listen, to apply those skills, technical skills. You can learn something new, and that challenges you too. So, and maybe it opens up a whole new, it opens up a whole new landscape of things that you've not thought of. I see you looking at the sun rising, and it's indicating a new day, a new beginning. And as the changes happen, you may not think of it as a beginning, but it's a new beginning, new opportunities. And so think of it that way. As things are changing, it's making room for the new to come to you. And that's what's on your mind. Because then right up ahead, we have, and this is for others, or it could be also you're dealing with this, the Five of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Now, it could be for some new opportunities. It can be wrapping up some sort of domestic thing. Or it could be new opportunities for a relationship. Excuse me. And you look at the two opportunities on the shelf. Well, here's the three that are spilt. What did you learn from that? This is all learning. And what would you do differently? That's the thing about doing a lesson, that we take those forward. So if you were looking at a relationship, what was your role in it? What would you do differently? What would your discernment be? What kind of partner would you pick? Or moving. And, this can be moving. This could be relationships. It could be relationship with yourself too. Self-love. What did you learn from that? And what are you going to take forward? That's what that is saying. Now, again, we have the King of Pentacles. This is the overall thing. And the choices that you have. There's your Seven of Cups. You have choices about the direction that you're going to go. As the Tower moves things forward, you then have choices of what you're going to do. Are you going to look for jobs in the same field? Are you going to start your own business? Are you going to apply for a promotion where you are if your job goes away? What is it that you're going to do? Are you going to take a break? Or maybe you're thinking about moving. Are you going to move to a different place? Are you going to move back into family for a while? These are all the choices here. Now, if you choose something that doesn't work out, and the King of Pentacles is related to money. So it could be looking at different choices, could be different job opportunities in the same location also. Could be that, they are saying, and I know this has happened because I know people who have gone through it, we're eliminating your position. And here's the openings that we do have. Choose which one interests you. It could be a lesser pay, or it could be like a not as high a level, but you do have choices. And which one are you going to do? So you do have choices related to business endeavor. Or you hear about a place that's opening up, and that's your King of Pentacles, and which one are you going to pick? Or you could be the King of Pentacles. Now, we also have here the Page of Rods and the Five of Pentacles. Now, you're going to hear a message, and it has to do with the money. Again, this is all about money. And, you had your Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Pentacles could be a job offer, but not as much money. It could be a decrease in wages. It could be a decrease in hours. It could be, it's some sort of thing where it is, or it could be even budgeting things as prices go up. But you get a message because it's the Page of Rods, and it does affect your money. Now, we can also look at, we do have some good things coming up. So you've been waiting for a message, and it's related to the Five of Pentacles, which, you've been looking through. Maybe you had some financial concerns. Also, it could be that you've been waiting for, some sort of raise, some sort of decision in your favor. If you had any pending legal decisions or lawsuits or civil, or expecting some money to come to you, that is coming, because then this is very good, because look at here. We have a conversation between two people, and it's sunny, and it's related to money coming to you. So it's sunny. Look at that. So do not hesitate about stretching out there to apply for different things, to look at different things, to look at opportunities. For example, I get that you could be applying for a job in an interview, and they say, you've got great qualities that we're looking for. We are considering you for this, but we also have this other position available that is, pays better. It has potential for growth. We see your skills. And so, don't turn down anything, because it can open up a door for other new opportunities. And then the final outcome is moving forward, and the King of Swords. King of Swords is generally a man, or male energy, or he knows what he wants. He's very clear about what he speaks, and it has to do with moving forward. So it's a challenging week, because you have the Tower, you have the Devil, but the final outcome is good, because you're not going to give up. And you have that the puzzle, the links. You're going to solve the puzzle. That's part of it. This is a learning experience to solve a puzzle so that you can move forward. And if you look at it that way, then it's, and you do have the skills to figure it out. And you are going to figure it out, and you're going to be victorious with it. I'm going to now pull the Oracle cards. Okay. I feel a little draft right here. This window is not insulated, and it's very windy out. And Nina's completely covered. There she is, her little eyes, completely covered by the shawl. She likes putting her head under there. And I do feel a draft, which is why I put the sweater on. Okay. It's windy. Windy in Vegas. But I love being in Vegas again. I like the energy. And I'm not a gambler. So the only thing I did was buy lottery tickets, but I'm not doing that. So, and the casinos, I don't go into the casinos. As they say, if the casinos didn't win, it was in their favor. They wouldn't have those fancy casinos and great game rooms. It's in their favor. But it's entertainment. Okay, angels and archangels. What is the card that you have for our Leo for this week? What is it that you want? This is the wisdom of the Oracle, and angels and archangels and spirit guides. What's the message for our Leo here? Okay. They just have good food in the casinos. I do like that. Okay, the card that we have is chopped wood. This is coming up a lot. Last week, it was in many of the readings, and this is the second of the 5 signs that I've done so far for this week, chopped wood. Now, it's clearing the way for new opportunities, and that's exactly what the Tower was. making way for new opportunities that you wouldn't even think of. And it is, you know, the thing of two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. So new opportunities, there's no, you know, it's clearing the space so new opportunities can come to you. In the springtime, it's the time of pruning. And that's what the chopped wood is pruning of the old, pruning of the dead wood, pruning of the dead flowers for the sprouting in the spring and the growth and the harvest time in the fall. Okay, and here's one of my new oracle cards. We're going to pull one, and this is from the Career and Life Oracle. Okay, angels and archangels and spirit guides to the light. What is the message that you have for our Leo? And angels and archangels. It could be, you know, also that devil card or the tower card. You've already had the tower. And it's adjusting to and being open to the new opportunities coming to you. And that you're no longer blocking your opportunities with the Eight of Swords being behind you. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What's the message for our wonderful Leo? Okay, and your card is flashback. People from the past return. You may work with a previous co-worker or take back an old job. You get a second chance. So this is networking. Someone might tell you about a job. Or a job that you left that's now open again. Maybe it's got a different manager, for example. Or, you know, it says you get a second chance. Things could change. And you can look at things through new eyes. We'll put that there. Then we have the Divine Beloved. Okay. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is it that we have here? And angels and archangels and spirit guides. There we go. Archangels and spirit guides of the light. Here we go. And what card? And the card is nourishing. I am a spark of divinity. Change me, divine beloved, into one who accepts my body exactly as it is, seeing it as a vessel for your love. Fill me with gratitude for this physical form. Let me nurture and care for myself in every way. Okay, self-love. I'm going to pull another card too. And the card is strength. I lean on you. Make me ready to call on you in the most confusing situations, large or small. Let me include you. May I lean on your strength, knowing your grace can unravel any dilemma. So this is call on the universe and the source. Okay. The next card is the believe in your own magic. And remember the question that you have on your mind that you want an answer, a one-word answer. Angels and archangels and spirit guides of the light. Oops. Okay. And the card is Evil Queen. You deserve sugar, not salt. Number 2. So maybe you've been getting some salt, and so it's time to chop wood and move forward. You deserve sugar, not salt. Someone in your life is mistreating you. You keep seeing the good in them, but they just keep disappointing you again and again. Truth is, some people don't deserve second chances. As difficult as it may be, this is your sign that you need to cut them loose, unfollow them, or block their number. It's time to move on. Do whatever it takes to find some inner peace, for it's just as precious as gold. So it's moving on. For someone, this is related to a relationship that you've been hanging on to. And you keep giving them chances. It's a relationship. It could be that Queen of Cups, and you keep giving them chances, and that's the Five of Cups. And you always hope. And you think that they're going to change. You know, part of and it can be emotional abuse or physical abuse, is that one of the things is that there's the flare-up, the blow. And then things calm down. They promise they're going to change. There's the honeymoon period. Everything's going to be fine. And you're optimistic because you feel you've invested so much time and of yourself. And also there's fear because you're afraid of what's out there, that maybe you won't have this chance again. This is saying that it's time to let go, to chop wood. Let go. And that is going to free up the space so that the good can come to you. It's a time for you to do some self-healing. Also, the one about the body image, maybe they've said some things that, part of the putting down and the control. And accept yourself, love yourself of who you are, and there's new opportunities. So let go and of whoever that is, and to move forward. And it can also be the same thing as the work environment. Let go if the work environment is toxic, but you've been afraid to move forward, and then there's the tower, so you have to move forward. Think of it as an opportunity also for you to come in contact with really who you are and that wonderful person that you are. Okay, Spirit is saying this. This is a specific message for someone, for maybe many of you, that look at this, and it's really about self-care, about taking care of yourself and love yourself. So, and that's also what the Devil card is that, it can be arguments, disagreements, domestic violence. And domestic violence doesn't necessarily have to be physical violence. It can be emotional, which is sometimes hurts more to the core. Okay, now we have the Ask Your Guide. Okay, Ask Your Guide. And angels and archangels and spirit guides in the light. What is the guide? The guides have to say to our wonderful Leo. What is the message for our Leo? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and the card is Caution, Guardian Angel. Caution, number 6. And let's read the message for this. Okay. Your guardian angel's message to you. Pay attention to your intuitive warnings and quickly walk away from what doesn't feel right, no matter what. Have no fear, I'm walking with you. You are protected. There's a message here for someone, for several maybe. It could be walking away from a work environment. It could be walking away from a relationship. Let me read this again. Pay attention to your intuitive warnings and quickly walk away from what doesn't feel right, no matter what. Have no fear, I am walking with you. You are protected. And it can even be walking away from a work environment to something better. But this goes along with this card. Spirit is actually speaking in different ways through the oracle. Now we're going to answer your question that you had with the angel answers. And these are one-word answers. So think of the question that you wanted answered. Okay, here we go. It's right here. And the answer is within the next few months. Whatever your question was, it's within the next few months. Let's read in this little book here. Okay, within the next few months. In the next few months, what you are asking about will occur. Divine timing means the other people's free will choices are also involved, so keep the faith while all the pieces of this puzzle come together and the situation resolves itself beautifully. And remember the puzzle, the link. And I said it's about part of solving the puzzle, the 5s and the 5s. There's the card. Okay. And the Louise Hay. I forgot to pull the Louise Hay. Let me pull that card for you, the affirmation card. Maybe I bet you it's going to be about body and loving yourself. Angels and archangels and spirit guides. What is our Louise Hay card for our wonderful Leo for this week? Okay. Life is simple and easy. All that I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well. There you go. Okay, thank you so much, Leo. Now, if you're not a subscriber, please consider being a subscriber. And as I said before, but a little bit of change, Nina and I are sending you light and love from Las Vegas.